Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to play Death is Sunhaired. And their game finished, and their visual novel finished, about vampire. Let's begin. Or with vampires at least. The longer you go through the hellish storm, the angrier you get. Your clothing is completely soaked through the sullen fabric, making your arduous journey even harder, impeding your movement, while the chill sinks into your bones. It's a fool's errand to even attempt this, but you have no other choice. Even if you were to turn back, it would take you just as long to get back to the village than it would take to go to your intended destination. And if you were to show your face without any news, if you had to tell them that you simply gave up, the surviving members of the village had forgotten you. Members of the village have forgiven you for so much in your life, but know that they would never forgive you for that. You didn't know if you could survive being someone's wife. You never did live up to anyone's expectations of his man. You never fit in at all, and nobody knew how to treat you for it. I'm gonna go for wife. I think this is our gender. With your parents long dead, in the ground, and your own health also frail, you could have been the heroine of the. With your parents long dead in the ground, and your wife so feral, you could have been the heroine of one of those dramatic novels, faying which way. But in a village like you were from, even the sicky orphan girl is meant to pull her weight. You cooked and cleaned and helped manage the household of the family who took you in after your parents' deaths. This long took up much of your energy. How would you ever manage to be a mother on top of it? So far, you have turned down every man who had asked for your hand in marriage, but I didn't know how long that would last. You knew that it didn't matter to these husbands whether or not you could survive carrying a child. With your health, going on a journey is a dangerous idea in the first place, even without the storm. But if anyone could have the resources stop the plague sweeping through the village, it would be the lord of the land, Lint. A squirrel of wind hits your chest, nearly making you double over in pain. It takes all the strength you have to keep walking forward. With each movement, the storm intensifies, slowing your movement even further. But you will not give up. You can't, no matter what. You keep pulling one foot in front of the other, trying to focus on the repetitive movement rather than any of the other sensations around you. Raise one foot, move it forward, put it back down, then repeat with the other foot, and again, over and over again. You're immersed in the feeling that when one foot gets stuck in the mud or on a tree's root or something, it completely shocks you. When you fall to the ground, your vision goes completely dark. Something is off when you next come to. You're not laid flat in the mud. You're in bed, one much softer than the one you're used to. It's comfortable, and comfort is something you've known little of your life. Feeling it now is simply strange. You're warm and the blanket's swaddling you, but there's also something cool touching your hands. When you finally open your eyes, you see a man staring down at you, a desperately love-struck expression on his face. Elizabetta, you're finally awake. I've been waiting for this day to come. It's me, your husband, Vashi. You blink once, twice, 3 times, hoping that things would make sense. They do not. First of all, your name is Well, what happens if her name was Rosabetta? Lion. He doesn't even know your name. Yeah, he's talking as if you've known each other for a long time. You must have me confused with someone else. My name's YN. Your voice is scratchy in your throat. You just have to hope they can hear you, because you didn't think you could get any louder without straining yourself. Oh, I know the feeling. Perhaps I will. I'm sure you must be disappointed working for a woman and ending up with another. The man smiles at you as if he had anticipated your reaction. I'm not surprised. I do not remember me. It's been so long. I think even the most devoted wife would lose the details eventually. It's like, okay, you're calling me wife. I didn't want to be a wife. Bye. It's the road. But I know you very well. Your hair, your eyes, your skin. You're her splitting image in all ways but that matter. Reincarnation? If you weren't so ill, you would practically be her doppelganger. This man seems to have left reality behind a long time ago. Play with his assertion. You believed I'm Elizabeth's reincarnation? I do not believe I know. You're very confident. I will not be able to stand this life if I weren't. I were not. Perhaps, but I've come to you about a village, not about me. Vashti looks at you confused. Village? The one I came from. You do have the title of the land surrounding this building, do you not? Well, yes, but now that you're here, you don't need to worry about the dreadful place anymore, do you? Don't talk about my village like that. You might as well have one to take responsibility for it, but it's your village as much as mine, if not more so. Any shortcomings we have can be laid at your feet. You, my dear, have no shortcomings at all. I do not understand what you are trying to say. Vasily looks away from you for a brief moment, as if he's trying to think of how to say something. Unfortunately, like you, I have not been in very good health. It has prevented me from carrying out many of the Lord's required duties, and for that I apologize. It seems to be serendipity alone which brought you to my side. Perhaps the two of us can recover together, and then I could help your compatriots. You'd be able to help us with the plague? A plague? Yes, many of our people have succumbed to it. Do you know anything about it? Okay, what's the symptoms of this plague? I'm not sure. Do you believe the illness you have now is your village's plague? No. I've been ill my whole life. The plague that's been spreading, it starts with the rash on the neck, and I never had that. A rash on the neck. Now do they, want to drink blood? I see. If it's something like a rash, then most likely it is being spread by pest. Is it rats and the like? Or a vampire? Was it on the neck? If people were being bitten by rats, wouldn't people get rashes all over? Or their hands and arms and legs? I think it's a vampire. I don't know. We just need to get a steak and steak them. Suddenly, Vashti raises his voice at you. Do I seem like expert on rodents to you? No, but I do see a little pointy teeth right here. Suddenly, a commotion causes a squeak to emanate from their side of the room. In the corner of your eye, you can see a quick movement from under a small table. They seem like an expert on rodents to you? Well, yes. On the back kind. Well, considering the condition of this building, it does seem like you would know more than most nobles about pests. It occurs to you that You haven't seen any servants around. Only Vashi. Perhaps he's dismissed them and they're not in the room. But it also seems likely he lives completely alone. He did have a point. This manor has seen much better days, nor have the funds to maintain a full routine of staff. And I do not have the energy to clean the entire building myself. I'm afraid that this room you're in is one of the least affected areas of the state. Eliza was always much better than me at the day-to-day aspects of running an estate. Since she passed, it's been a struggle to take her reins, so to speak. Are you tired, dear? Huh? I feel fine, but now that you think about it, it's a struggle to keep your eyes open. Vashi moves a hand to tuck a lock of your hair behind your ear. You don't have enough strength to bat him away, so you let him. I will return when you're ready. Sleep well. If you had been granted one boon in your life, it was that you were almost always blessed with dreamless sleep. You had never been on the grand adventures our people had experienced in their dreams, but you also never experienced the terrors that could follow you into the waking days. It's a fair trade, you believed. Yet, one night, you have a dream. Even as you watched it, you can't tell what it means. There's a figure, a person, a woman, probably. She turned away from you, and you could tell that she's wearing a dress, but you cannot make out any particular details of it, only that it's black, as if she is a widow in the morning. The woman in black does not talk, she simply stands there, unmoving. Finally, her head turns, as if she's getting ready to speak to you. And then you wake up. When you return to waking world, you try to wipe away the confusion. It's just a dream. Most people have dreams, it's normal. But you can't keep the unease away. But why? Why here? Why now? To be continued. Okay, now we're gonna assist Days wrong. There must be some kind of a misunderstanding. I don't know you. We've never met. I can't be your Elizabetta. You are. You might have different memories now, but that matters not. I know my own life. I'm a peasant from your village, sir. Basti looks at you confused. Village? The one I come from. You do have a title of the land surrounding this building, do you not? Yes. Well, yes, but now that you're here, you don't need to worry about the dreadful place anymore, do you? I suppose I don't. You think for a long moment about your village and what it truly gave you. 2 dead parents, townspeople who pitied you, or despised you, or tried to take advantage of you. A body wrecked with pain and fatigue that will never, ever go away. This Vashi is clearly mad, but he's a different kind of mad from what you used to. Not really human, though. If you die here, it'll be the least be an interesting death. I was good thinking Sam saying that. It's Nader. That'd be funny if he was like, oh, no, you could not, if you die here, it'd be just interesting. I have no love lost for the people there. But I also don't think it's a good idea to let plague run rampant. A plague. Yes, many of the townspeople have succumbed to it. Do you know anything about it? I'm not sure. Do you believe the illness you have now is the village's plague? No, I've been ill all my life. The plague has been spreading. It started with a rash from the neck. I never had that. A rash and 2 fingers. I see. If something is like a rash, then most people likely be spread by pests, is it, rats and the like? But then heck, if people were being bitten by rats, wouldn't people be getting rashes over on their hands and arms and legs? I don't know. Yes, you totally know. Suddenly Vashi raises his voice at you. Do I look like Esper on rodents to you? Yeah, probably the glowing eyes. And the fangs, the little fangs. Now I can actually see it, it's actually fangs. His eyes are glowing. The sudden commotion causes a squeak to emanate from the other side of the room. In the corner of your eye, you see a quick movement from under a table. Do I look like an expert of rodents to you? No, of course not. You look like a vampire. No, I can't say that you do. He's rather handsome, actually, although you wouldn't dare to tell him that to his face. You fear it would only worsen his affections towards you. He always sees you as his wife, and if she was affectionate towards him, instead of trying to stake him, you look like nobility, I suppose. He smiles gently at you. Do I? I'm glad to hear that time hasn't withered me too badly. Like, you don't look that old. We live such a solitary existence, it's hard to know how other people see you. Bashi looks rather young. Not much older than you. But the way he talks makes it seem like he's much older. I suppose even the poor end of nobility gets to age more gracefully than a peasant. Are you tired, dear? Huh? You felt fine, but now that you think about it, it's a struggle to keep your eyes open. Vashi moves a hand to tuck a lock of your hair behind your ear. You don't have enough strength to bat him away, so you let him. And return when you're ready. Sleep well. If you've been grand one boom in your life, it was that you were almost always blessed with dreamless sleep. You had never been on grand adventures that other people had experienced in your dreams. Which kind of sucks. I want to go travel with the Straw Hat Pirates in my dreams, but you also never experienced the terrors that could follow you into your waking days. It's a fair trade, you believed. Yet, on that night, you had a dream. Even as you watched it, you can't tell what it means. There's a figure, a person, a woman, probably. She's turned away from you. You could tell she's wearing a dress, but you cannot make out any particular details of it. All I is black, as if she is a widow in mourning. The woman in black does not talk. She simply stands there, unmoving. Finally, her head turns, and she's getting ready to speak to you. And then you wake up. When you return to the waking world, you try to wipe away the confusion. It was a dream of sleep. Most people have dreams, it's normal. But you can't keep the unease away. Why here? Why now? And that was Death is Sunhaired. If you like my content, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below and liking the video. I'll see you guys next time.